guys, this is Stormouse03. Welcome back to my 100% walkthrough for Prey. We are in the guts. This is episode 6, and we are going to be going through the guts and Arboretum in this episode. Let's do a quick stat check just to make sure that everybody's on the same page when we're starting this off. You should have 26 types of food and drink consumed. Well, about 26. Give or take a few depending on some random drops. Don't worry, you should get all of them. Just be sure to pick up the ones that I point out as being kind of specific. Things that are rare. There are a couple of those in this particular video once we get to the Arboretum, so keep an eye out for those. And there's a list in the description that you can also check off as you go through, since that one is a little bit random. The others, though, are consistent, and you should have these exact numbers. So 98 crew and visitors located, 85 emails read, 21 transcribed messages listened to, and 2 Starbender books read. You should also have 2 messages from Morgan that you have listened to, and 3 black market drops found. Once we get into the guts here, we're going to be finding our 99th crew member, Mr. Eric Berger, right here. You can use these engineering operators for repairing your suit if you need to.
These tunnels run the entire length of the station, mostly conduit carrying the bare necessities: power, water, air. But operators also use it to deliver supplies from the cargo bay up to the Arboretum. Given the small number of crew assigned here, I would expect Typhon presence to be minimal as well. But that's probably a bad assumption.
Okay. So we're going through here. There are some random pieces of debris and stuff around that you can pick up if you want to, just to have some more things to recycle later. But the important things within the guts are the humans that we're going to find here. We also have a new enemy type here. So we have these cystoids and cystoid nests. And these things you can attract by tossing items that they will follow. And they'll often blow up.
Research complete.
They'll often blow up on the object that you toss. Patch up those holes to be safe. But yeah, you just want to pick up some objects and toss them. Through those nests. Because those cystoids can be incredibly annoying. They give you radiation damage, as well as, you know, explode on you and hurt you. So you just want to be careful of them. Kind of in the middle here, you should find your next crew member. And now, sometimes when the cystoids explode, they move the bodies around a little bit, which is a little bit irritating, but is what it is. So when you get to this door, you'll see that you need a code to get into the maintenance tunnel. That means that the next body for you to find should be around in here. And so we're looking for her. And she's usually right around in here. But I think some of the explosions might have moved her body around. So we're going to try to locate her. Also going to kill some of those cystoids. So that we can stop getting radiation poisoning. Okay, where are you at, Kimberly? There she is. So yeah, she was at about that point, just on the other side. So here she is, Kimberly Momo, crew member, lucky number 100. She'll have a note on her body that gives you the key code to get through that tunnel. You also want to take an object with you through here. Now I just saw a crate wherever it went. Let's grab this thing. Something that you can also do is use your glue gun to gunk up the fans right there. So if you wanted to go through the fans, you can do that and be able to go through there if you want to, but we don't have to because we have the code for the maintenance tunnel. So 5978, and again this is a random code, as are many of the codes in this game, so you have to find it. You can't just know it. So that thing took out a good many of our cystoids. Pick up this debris right here. And toss it to try to get the rest of them. Okay. There should be some stuff in here, including medkit, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we've run out of room for things. I'll have that recycler charge instead of the lemon peel. So that's going to be far more useful. Okay, so we've got some electrical havoc being wreaked right here. So if we use our glue gun, we can get through that. You could also have gone through the fan if you took care of the cystoid nest. And so you always get hit by that electric pulse.
Morgan, steady. That pulse hit your suit systems pretty hard. It came from the substation. station ahead. There's a magnetosphere around Talos 1 that keeps the sun from cooking your insides. Hopefully the generator isn't dying. For your sake, I'll be fine.
Okay, so Raymond Ridley is right here, and he is going to be crew member number 101. And right across from him is the area that we need to go to next.
Normal gravity detected.
Okay. So, this medical room, I haven't found any way to get in there besides using a mimic ability. So, unfortunately, it seems like we can't get in there right now, but that's okay. We can get the majority of everything, of all of the stuff in this place. I always feel it's very tragic when I can't pick up all of the stuff, because I am a collector of stuff and things. So, next thing, but I don't know, that's not important. Not important at all. It's just me crying about not being able to get med kits and things that we don't really need anyway. So, suit repair fabrication kit. And our next crew member, Miss Laurel Davis, crew member 102. And she also has transcribed number 22 on her person.
Whoa, what? Who's that?
Anders! I tried to call security.
Do you need a medical team?
I said he's dead, Langley.
Right. Laurel, take a deep breath. Tell me what happened.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anders went into the mag chamber to test one of the coils that's been flaking on us. I don't know what happened exactly, but there was a pulse. I think it cooked him in his suit.
God, I'm so sorry, Laurel. Can you get up to the Arboretum?
No, Anders had the key card.
Okay, got it. Listen, just sit tight. Don't go into that chamber. I'm going to find Chief Elazar. We'll get a security team your way ASAP.
Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is check out these two emails on the security station computer. They are emails number 86 and 87, forward Josh Dalton MIA, which starts this black box project side quest, and shield generator malfunction. And so every time that pulse goes off, it turns the power off. It doesn't hurt you though, which I thought it would at first, but it does not. It doesn't hurt you unless you're inside that chamber, where we're going to be in a second, but we're not there right now. So, we're going to go into this closet, say hello to this science operator, and let her get out of the way. And we're going to find our next Starbender book. So, this is book 2, My Enemy's Enemy's Enemy. Wouldn't that be me? No. My enemy's enemy's enemy would be my enemy. Anyway, so this is the third book, the third Starbender book that we found. So when we take a look at our stats, we should see at the very bottom that we have 3 Starbender books read. So again, that's book 2, but number 3 of the series that we found. And we're gonna head upstairs. Also gonna try to remove some of this fire if possible, but it's not possible, so we're not going to worry too much about it.
Warning, plasma shockwave imminent.
Okay, so we're going to come up through here. There's going to be some more cystoids through this door.
Plasma shockwave in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Try to get them to explode there. Try not to get hurt by this fire. Okay. Well, we got through mostly unscathed.
Warning. Plasma
Bit of an
shockwave
annoying
imminent.
little area right there. Anyway, so
Warning. Seek shelter.
you can
Plasma shockwave in
platform yourself,
4, 3,
maybe,
1.
up onto this thing. Has a couple of stuffs. And then I would recommend, just for the sake of ease, once you get into this room, going to this computer and selecting Anders Klein, because he's going to be inside of this.
Warning. Plasma shockwave imminent.
He's going to be inside of this little tube thing.
Warning. Seek shelter. Plasma shockwave.
And so you're going to want to wait until the shock wave goes off.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And then you want to hop in here. And find Mr. Anders here. He's going to have a couple of neuromods and
Low gravity detected.
once you leave, there's going to be,
Seek shelter. Plasma shockwave in 5, 4,
please reload.
3,
Okay.
2.
There's going to be a couple of corrupted sentries in here. Okay, thank you very much for ruining that for me.
Warning. Plasma shockwave imminent. Warning. Seek shelter. Plasma shockwave in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So now that we've killed those boogers. Really? Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Pipe. Bitch. Okay. Something else that you can do in this area
Plasma shockwave imminent.
is use this to download your area map.
Warning. Seek shelter. Plasma shockwave in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So something else that you can do is locate Josh Dalton. He'll be under Hardware Labs, because we're going to be finding him next. And we can leave this area. There should be a med kit and some food items and things in this area here. heading through the cargo tunnel.
What's happening?
Don't let them do this to you.
Alright, so we have our little flash, which gives us a hint as to
The entire Typhon
what might be
ecology
going
appears to be
on.
centered around the creation of this substance. The original researchers called it coral. Beautiful. But we're not sure what its purpose is. It's never spread outside the containment cylinder. Until now.
So there's lots of radiation around here. Lots of cystoids. And we are looking for Josh Dalton's body here. Okay. So we want to try not to linger around that radiation. And we're going to come up under this pipe. And get those cysts dead. Cystoids dead there. So here is another Q-beam, just in case you didn't get the other one for whatever reason. That's where one is located. And this is going to be crew member number 104, Josh Dalton. He has the black box lab key card, which we can't get into right now, but once we are able to make our save and get our upgrades and stuff, we will be able to get in there. And he also has transcribe number 23.
Hello, Lane. Josh? What the hell is this? I got a security request saying to... It's not funny, asshole.
You know what's not funny? Taking credit for my design.
That's what this is about? I'm senior on the Black Box project, Josh. That's how it works here. If you weren't such a piss-poor team player, you'd understand that. Oh, and by the way, I had to fix a bunch of your calculations, so it's not you... Seriously? You're recording this? What, is this a big sting operation, Josh? You gonna hand me over to the DA? You're so pathetic. I'm done here. Josh, what are you doing?
Let's just see how good my calculations are.
I swear to God, if you don't put that down, I will rip it out of your sweaty hands and... Josh!
Okay.
Warning. Radiation poisoning detected. Seek medical attention.
So we have some lovely radiation poisoning, but don't worry too much. We're going to run from this Weaver here.
This is Chief Engineer Ilyushin. The power plant has been compromised. I repeat, the power plant has been compromised. It's about time, Sam.
Chief, I'm not a comm tech. I'm doing the best I can.
Micah, this is Security Chief Elazar. Can you hear me? Sarah? Yes, I can hear you. Been trying to patch into the PA. My team's in the cargo bay, and those things are in here too. They're crawling all over the station. Check everything around you. Hit it with a wrench.
Check the wrench first.
Sam, he's right. These things... Smash every freestanding thing and see if it comes back at you. Get to a secure area, and when you're safe, call me via transcribe. I'm sending you a secure contact, all right? Understood. I left my transcribe in the coolant monitoring station. Heading there now. I can load myself in. Are you okay? I'm just catching my breath. Sarah, can you tell me what happened? Micah, get safe, then call.
Okay. So, last but not least in the guts, we are going to find Alika James, who is going to be crew member number 105. And then we're going to head into the Arboretum. So I will see you guys when we get in there. Okay guys, so we are now in the Arboretum.
You made it. Nice work. The entrance to deep storage is off the Arboretum. Your brother's office is up here as well. Jupiter and his palace at the top of the heavens. He used to say that behind his back. But that would make you... what? Juno? No. That's an unpleasant thought.
Okay, so we can use the recycler here. And we will find crew member number 106, Jia Kyung-ho, right here, and transcribe number 24. Oops. We want to listen to the transcribe.
Jia here, Chief. How can I help you?
I need you to report to deep storage and get Chief Show to reactivate the tracker on Grant Lockwood. HR deactivated it as part of the termination, but we don't have a record of him on the departing shuttle. I want to know where he is and escort him where he needs to go.
On it, Chief.
So when you come up here, you're going to see this nightmare,
Morgan, are you all right?
and you probably won't have enough time to scan
There's
it.
nothing in the research. Stay away from it.
But you will also see Mark Sellers, who is going to be crew member number 107. Come down here and make sure that we've got all the stuff that we want to recycle in there and take our stuff. And so we want to climb up here.
While you're up there, you could look into why the lift is stuck. It'd be a lot faster and safer than having to fly through the guts again.
Okay, so when we come up here, we want to read this note on this fertilizer dispenser. That's going to start a little side quest that's going to allow us to grow the superfruit, which is going to be one of the food and drink items that you can consume that will be different. But first we have to get the fertilizer formula. And so we're going to come up here. So we will see Ms. Edna Burton, crew member number 108. And then we're going to be here at the greenhouse. And so this is going to be some super fun business right here, because we're going to want to use our glue gun to make some platforms here. So that we can get up the greenhouse. But I don't think they stick to, well, maybe they do. Stick to the glass. Good work. Good work, Dormouse. Okay. Okay, so we made some platforms with the glue, and we're going to use these platforms to get up here and first scan this telepath, and then we're going to do a quick save here. Okay, so before we do that, I'm going to walk up here, because this guy didn't spawn in for some reason. I killed the telepath, and this guy right here hadn't spawned in for some reason. I guess it was because I killed it before coming down here and looking in the window. So there's a good tip for you guys. Don't engage the telepath until Mr. Dude here has been mind controlled and spawned in. Really? Oh, this is bad. So, this is what you don't want to do, is drop down in here. Will attempt. So there should be 3 people in this area. Three mind-controlled people plus this telepath. Okay.
Sound aptitude available.
My head.
Okay, where are you, telepath? Yeah, move where I can see you, buddy. Because you want to not, get close to these people. Because if you let them get too close to you, oh god, they'll explode. And we don't want that to happen. I despise you, telepath. Okay. Cool. So he died. Yeah, try not to fall down in there. Oh, really? There's a phantom? Why, Phantom Menace? Why? Okay. So that phantom usually isn't there. But of course it was there now, because I'm recording. So, it got attracted by all of the noise, I believe. Okay. So we managed to save everybody. You want to... It's better if you don't drop down in there. That was an accident. I meant to stay up top and then drop out on the outside. But we do what we do, and we manage. So, Mickey Pitt Sr. will be crew member 109. And...
Doctor, you...
Rodney S. Poole will be crew member 110.
Oh, God.
And
Please
Ronnie
tell me you killed
Chaudhry.
that thing. I came up here to deploy the EATs. The Eradicator turrets. Then it was like all the color bled from the world. Everything had an edge to it. I couldn't control myself. But the EATs are still in the small arms closet nearby. We could still use them. Here's the code. I'm going to make my way to the cargo bay. Security was supposed to fall back there. Sarah will have my ass if I don't.
And so Ronnie Chaudhry will be crew member 111. So, those are the 3 crew members in there. You definitely want to try to save Ronnie.
Head down to cargo bay. Don't want to make Sarah mad.
The other
Even if
folks...
she didn't make it, she'll still find a way to take it out on me.
The other folks... you want to try to keep alive. Sometimes... especially in the crew quarters area, sometimes people will just die. They'll like walk into traps and somehow kill themselves. And so you just want to try to save as many of them as you can. And as long as you aren't personally killing any of them, you're okay for your do no harm achievement or trophy. But in order to get the highest possible empathy for the I and Thou achievement or trophy, you do want to try to keep the majority of these people alive to the end. So these are 3 that you hopefully have saved. And so now a couple of things in here. So there will be these jamon tomatoes. You probably have not found one of these yet. I think this is the first place that they start showing up. And so you can eat one of those, or several of them, to refill your health. And...
you are right.
it should count as another food item eaten. So we're going to look down here. And yep, we now have 28 types of food and drink, or 27 types of food and drink consumed. I love how I saw 27, read 27, and said 28. So that's helpful. There's also sunburst bananas in here. So you can eat those. We have found a sunburst banana before, but just in case you haven't, that's where some definite ones are located. There's also some Sky King pomegranates in here as well. So if you haven't found one of those yet, but for some reason, which you will have because you would have found the guaranteed one at the beginning, but if for whatever reason you didn't take that one, then there's some here. There's also Moonshade lemons as well. So a bunch of the fruit will be in this area here. So, but the most important one is that tomato, because you likely will not have acquired one of those yet. So there you go. Oh, and something else that we want to do in here while we are here is get a water pressure regulator, and so there should be one right here. We want to grab that, so we will leave something like, I don't know, all of that Typhon material that we don't really need, and take the water pressure regulator. That will be for a little side quest that we will be doing a little later on. So now you will see there is a body on that platform right there. So we want to jump to that. Gennady Mironov, crew member number 112, right here. And then if you jump down here, you'll find Evelyn McCarthy, crew member number 113. I always like to click X on them just to make sure that they've counted. And then when we get down here, we'll see another corpse, Jenny King. And some mimics just ran by. Jenny King, crew member number 114. If we walk this way, we can find crew member number 115, Lily Morris, and she is also holding transcribe number 25. Also, there will be this black market dead drop number 4 right here. So I'll pick that up when we're listening to this transcribe.
Everything go well?
Eventually. Had to wait a while. Assholes in the sales team chose that exact moment to stand under the alarm bell and smoke cigars.
So it's off Talos. My clients are eager.
Yeah, just made the last shipment. Should be Earthside by morning, Pacific time.
Good. I'll be leaving another package for you after tomorrow's shift.
Drop site?
The lobby. Assuming it works.
Of course it works.
Hello,
3 taps
are
of the
you here
wrench,
for an
that'll
appointment?
pop it open. All of them will work that way by
Radiation
tomorrow.
toxicity.
You're adorable when you get proud of your gadgets.
This won't take long.
Patronize me,
Hold on.
Lily.
Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
Okay, so that
My mistake.
is 4 out of our 6 that we need for the black market achievement or trophy. And so now we are going to go in here. We're going to have a phantom to deal with. Okay. So, another etheric phantom. The shotgun is not my favorite thing to use against those, just because you have to get a little bit closer than I'd like to do that, but it is effective. And we do have our nice little medical operator, well, wherever he went. He went somewhere. Anyway, no matter, we will find him at some point. But we want to come down here, and we're going to be using another recycler charge to get into this room here. So we want to open that door, and then we're going to quick save here just in case something goes wrong with our recycler. Toss it down there, and it should clear the door for you there. And then you can grab spare parts in here and random other things, but most importantly, we're going to find Karen Buckley, crew member number 116. Okay, so we're going to walk this way, head toward crew quarters. We're going to try to take care of this mimic. Killed this phantom. That phantom is normally in here. I don't know how it... I really am not sure how it got out. But just so you know, that's where it normally is. You can also go down here and open up this door right here, so that you can get back to the fabricator and recycler and be able to dump some stuff in there and make some things, because at this point our inventory space is pretty tight. So we're going to head down here for a minute, and we're going to find crew member number 117, Lizzie Colton, right here in front of crew quarters. So we're not going to go to crew quarters quite yet because we can't get in there right now, but she's kind of sequentially next. There's going to be 2 corrupted operators in here. You want to leave them alive because they will provide you with a really easy way to get the ball lightning achievement or trophy to kill both of those with electrostatic burst. But we're not going to do that just yet because we don't have the ability to get that power quite yet, number one, because we haven't had the opportunity to scan enough of the voltaic phantoms. But we also want to do all those achievements and trophies at once, so we're just going to leave them where they are and leave that hole blocked up, and yeah, just leave them be. Next crew member is going to be up here. Iris Stein, crew member 118. It's a neuromod there too. Okay, and when you get around here, there's going to be several mimics hiding as lily pads right there. And you're also going to have several phantoms.
Please refer to the weekly upgrade for today's menu.
So we've got an etheric phantom right there. And there should also be a thermal phantom somewhere. Take out this etheric phantom here. Oh, there's the thermal one.
More specimens required.
Etheric phantom, you're a butthole. Okay, so he's finally dead. And his body parts are rolling down the slope. Lovely. So now we are out pistol bullets. Oh, we'll use the shotty and get a little bit hurt. That's okay. Alrighty. Try to avoid those mimics there. And gonna look for L Gold right here. So she's crew member number 119. Next to her, after you've found her, and make sure that she counted, because she's likely going to get sucked up in this. So yeah, you should have 119 crew members after finding her. We're gonna quick save and use a recycler charge right next to her. Hurt ourselves a little bit. and remove that rock that was next to her to get this key card right here, storage room A2, and we will be using that in just a minute. So we're going to continue moving forward, and we're going to find Mr. Thomas Tucker, who is going to be our (120th) crew member 120 right there. And we're gonna bust this. And we're gonna use some glue to glue up this greater mimic right there.
More specimens required.
Okay. And then we're going to use it to climb up here. Okay. So when you get up here, you're going to find Julian Howard, who is crew member number 121. He's going to have on him Julian Howard's growth formula, which you're going to need to make the superfruit that I mentioned earlier. And he's also going to have transcribe number 26.
Yesterday's batch was an abysmal failure. Piss-poor route initiation. However, Dr. Lin from Psychotronics was kind enough to provide me with a sample of material that should multiply the effectiveness of the phytohormones when applied to already mature plants. I expect reduced time to maturity, increased yield, and an above-normal salutary effect. Hopefully, it doesn't taste like shit. I just need permission to run the plan through the fabricator.
Okay. Next crew member is right here, Marietta Kirkos. And she's going to be crew member number 122. She has Jada Mark's cabin key. And another transcribe. That is going to be number 27. We can now get into Alex Yu's office.
You used to sneak into my room when we were kids, hack into my computer. I still remember when you ruined my galactic conquistador save files. I broke your arm when I found out. I regret that now. But I'm still not fond of you messing with my stuff.
Captain? I thought your shift isn't for another 2 hours, but I need you to come in now. Is everything okay? No, it's not. Stop by my cabin first. Bring the gun from my safe. Transmitting the key code. Right away, Captain.
Okay, so you can grab a couple of things in here. We're going to be back in here several times, so don't worry too much about getting up here. Really, the weapon upgrade kit was the biggest thing to come out of Alex's office. Okay, so now that we have the growth formula, we're going to go over here and create it with our fabricator. So we can recycle the junk that we have. And we can use Dr. Howard's growth formula. You're going to need 3 organic materials, 1 mineral, 1 synthetic, and 1 exotic material. So you should have plenty to be able to create this at this point. And then we're going to pick that up. And we're going to put it into the fertilizer dispenser, like so. And then we're going to hit that sprinkler to create the plant. And so you'll find the fruit here in a little while. You just need to wait for it to grow. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to go and find a couple more things. So it says harvest your fruit after the growth cycle is complete. So we will do that in just a moment. The next thing that we are going to do is head over here to this bench. And we're going to find our 4th Starbender book, which is actually book number 4, Backstabbed in the Face. And so we're going to be able to read that right now. And that should be 4 Starbender books read. So we'll just check. For these ones that are short, quick, little, small numbers, just making sure that they all count. I would recommend actually doing that for most everything that you pick up, just to make sure that, I mean, I'm not doing it because I don't want my guide to be 20,000 million years long with me going into the inventory after every single person that I find, but I'd recommend that you do that, just to check and make sure, just in case somebody hasn't counted. You don't want to, because it occasionally has glitched on me where a body that I found didn't count or something. That's rare, but it does happen. And so you just want to make sure that if that does happen to you, that you know who you're missing. So anyway, we're going to move down to deep storage here. And we're going to find crew member number 123, Zachary West, who has our crew quarters key card, and also transcribe number 28.
Ivy, what is it?
How's it coming?
I can't get this damn thing open. Where's Danielle?
Still not answering. What's wrong?
Danielle tied the lock to her voice. We need her to speak the key phrase or we're not getting in here.
Would voice samples work? Transcribe recordings?
Yes, if they have the right words. Or if we gathered enough to map her voice to a consonant and vowel list and started running patterns.
I'll see if I can find her. Or her transcribe. I'll check her room first.
All right, Ivy, but look, don't do anything stupid. Ivy? Ivy? Shit. Damn it, Danielle, where are you?
Okay. So now, we're going to head down here.
It's unlikely Chief Show is still alive. I advise you follow Zachary West's strategy. Hack together voice samples. Your transcribe is equipped with the necessary software. It's how you made my voice. Danielle's cabin might be a good place to get started.
Gonna make ourselves a little platform here. And find Alejandro Mata, crew member number 124. Up here in the little ceiling. And you do not even want to know how long it took me to find this freaking person. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I don't know why they were so difficult for me to find in particular, but they were. So you're welcome. Okay, last person in this area is going to be Lawrence Baxter. And so we're going to switch to our shoddy here, because Lawrence Baxter is a phantom.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
Hello, medical operator. You want to heal me?
Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough
Scan you so that you're highlighted there.
patient questionnaire. Your feedback will be invaluable.
So we got that storage room A2 key card from underneath that rock that we used the recycler on. Well, he's going to be in storage room A2. Lawrence Baxter. And so he is crew member number 125. And in this place, there's an apple, there's some flowers, there's some sparkling wine, there's medkit, and there's also a couple of neuromods. Psy-hypo, shotgun shells, and shotgun. So all kinds of little goodies in here. So that's that. Our growth formula still hasn't kicked in yet, so we can also go and finish up this little side quest here. Ronnie, the lady that we saved in the greenhouse, gave us the key code to the storage room here, and so that gives you access to this area. It's a weapons locker, and so you have some weapon upgrade kits, you have some weapons and ammo, you also have a couple of turrets that you can set up if you want to. So lots of good stuff in here. So yeah, here's a turret. I think there's one more. Yeah. So we have two turrets that we can use if we want to. And weapon upgrade kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a couple of these weapon upgrade kits on my shotgun. This will just give us some more room to pick some up, and it'll make our shotgun a little bit more effective, which is awesome. Okay. So now we're pretty much done with this area, and so I'm gonna go up here and check and see if our fruit has grown, and it looks like it has, pretty much anyway. So you should get a notification when it does fully mature. And so I'm just going to sit here for a second, and I will be back once it is finished. You just want to sit and wait, and it will ripen. It doesn't take that long to do. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around here and I'm going to recycle some things, but I will skip back to when this is done. Okay, so that is ready now. Which is cool. I'll pick back up all my stuff. So what I like to do when I'm collecting things is drop a lot of my stuff on the ground and then run around and pick things up, so that I have a lot of room in my inventory, and then go back and pick up all the stuff later. So that's my That's my collecting things method. So now we have Dr. Howard's Superfruit. And so this is going to be our 28th food item here.
Good afternoon, Talos. Don't forget that TranStar safety standards call for a weekly inspection of your uniform. Report to the hardware lab for diagnosis.
So that is that. And now we can move on. So we're going to be heading to the crew quarters. I would suggest making a save before you go in there. Because I've gone in here before and there's been a nightmare. And so if that happens, you just want to be prepared. There's also a few people who are mind controlled there at the beginning, and you want to try to save them by hitting them with your stun gun. So it'd be beneficial to go ahead and have that out and have that full. But just in case something goes wrong in here, you want to have a backup save that's outside of crew quarters and before things have spawned in and whatever. So, because sometimes crew quarters can go wrong a little bit. I've had it happen where people have just died randomly in here, and you want to try to keep people alive if you can, because you want to try to have as many people alive as possible for your empathy to be maxed. But just in case something goes wrong in here, you'll have this backup save. So let's check out our stats here. So we have 28 types of food and drink consumed. We have 125 crew and visitors located. We have 87 emails read. We have 28 transcribed messages listened to, and we have 4 Starbender books read. We also have 4 of our black market drops located, and we have 2 messages from Morgan that we've listened to. And so those are your stats at this point in the game. Hope that this has been helpful to you, and I will see you in the next one where we are going to head through crew quarters. Thanks for watching, guys.